Hi everybody, welcome back. We are exactly where we have been building to for over 4 days. We are in the best of 3 finals. 2 sluggers have made it to the top, risen to the top. Carl Johnson has finished in first place by about 200 spread points over Alec Sjoholm. Both of them have the same amount of wins. Carl is going first. The handshakes have been made, and we are underway.
And just a couple rules, things to consider here. They both are starting with clean slates. It's just a best of 3, so whoever wins 2 wins the tournament. Don't think they'll play a third game if someone is ahead 2-0. Also worth considering, if for some reason there's a tie and they both finish with 1.5 wins, we would end up in a situation where whoever has the higher spread would win the tournament. Beyond that, of course, I checked with the tournament director, and they would actually try to play a 4th game if there's a tie on wins and spread. But, I mean, if that happens, that would be pretty cool.
I see Alec has a very Canadian rack.
Yeah. It was not the best rack for Carl. That's a much better second rack.
Exactly what I was thinking. He can play through an O or an E or a Y. So Clegg seems to be the obvious play.
Yeah.
Some people might pass, which would not turn out to be a good choice in this case. Would you pass?
Passes in trade tiles?
Yes, well, that's what I mean, trade tiles.
No, I'd play Clegg, for sure.
Yep.
I
would as well.
Yeah, barring a play like that. I mean,
You don't want to give up that opening go. Advantage.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's likely to have an S hook with Clegg at his next turn.
I guess he's very constant. Oh, he picked up an S, but that's so annoying when you have a blank on your opening rack and it takes you 3-4 turns to get it off.
Yeah. So, pretty straightforward play, I think, for Alec coming up here with Cause for 34.
Good news for Carl is that obviously he can bingo through the E quite easily. There's a number of bingos, but he's not going to score a lot. So every available bingo to him goes through that E. Please, everybody out there, we're here to have a conversation with you. So let us know what you're thinking, what your thoughts are.
Who do you think is going to win? Who are you cheering for? What's Will Anderson's favorite food?
What is his favorite food?
Actually, I don't know. But I will say he does make his own yogurt.
Okay.
Which is cool. I did, in fact, accomplish my lifelong goal. Not lifelong, 2-year-old goal. He said if I win nationals in 2017, I will drink a beer. I was like, whoa.
And I guess he had to do that.
Well, he didn't for years, but finally this year in Oregon, he said, Will, we bargained down to 1 sip. And Will had the sip of beer. It was a crazy dark stout that tasted like, I don't know, chocolate or something. He didn't like it.
And then he went out and proposed to his girlfriend because it gave him the cojones that he needed.
Yeah, something like that.
So you have a big part to do with his getting married.
But what I do have is I kept the glass.
Like a souvenir?
Yes.
Because it has his lips on it?
I washed the glass.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Sure gives it tight.
So, a couple of the potential bingos. I think redrills.
And drillers.
Yeah.
Slurried. Girdlers. And bridlers.
Redrills, of course, being the strange one because it actually is through the L and not the E.
Yeah.
To score a couple more points.
And I think pre-drills is good too.
Right. So that's...
Yeah, so he looks like he's looking at bridlers.
Yeah.
He wants to obviously not hit the blank on the double letter, at least get an extra 2 points.
Yeah.
There's no reason why not to. Redrills, as it will score the most, but it will set up the P hook.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. Maybe he'll come up with the fact that Girdlers scores the extra point, but... Oh, no, that's the one through the G.
No, he doesn't. Don't play off the G.
Don't mind me.
I'm counting over. The D goes in the exact same spot for girdlers and bridlers.
I'm taking up space here.
Okay.
Hobo tree. No.
You be soothed, somebody said, which is correct.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Z blocked that spot.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have gone ahead
He's
and
looking at Theorbo.
Yeah, I might have gone ahead and taken redrills here. I mean,
Oof.
Alec probably knows it, but like a lot of the time you're just going to play parallel to it, but you only have you have to do like something E because it's an R. It's like I don't think it's that, as Jack is kind of mentioning in the chat, it's not that big of a deal. And I kind of agree with that, I think.
I did speak to Alec about mortgagee. And he knew mortgager, and he knew mortgaged, and he knows mortgages, obviously. He did not know mortgagee.
He did not know mortgagee.
He did not.
That might be a part of just being, I don't know, he hasn't had to think about mortgages or anything yet. I'm not that I've had to think about mortgages, but I have a real estate license, so I've had to, not for myself, but for others.
There comes Theorbo, which I think is a very good, strong play.
Yeah. Kind of play that's going to lead to a more open board, I think, longer term, which makes sense. He's about a tempo behind. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense as a play.
So obviously when we look at Carl's rack, we don't like Y's and U's. By hint.
But lucky for him, cozy is a word. So
we might see by.
B-U-Y,
yeah, that seems to be the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All signs point to buy. Mortgage rates are low.
Now's the time to buy, is that it?
Yeah. I don't actually know if mortgage rates are low right now.
He could also think about playing Unity, but that would be crazy.
Setting up the famous phony of punity.
Or Munity, if you're a little dyslexic.
Yeah.
Munity on the bounty.
Yeah.
There's also tie-in. It seems the obvious thing to do is to put... Oh, tie-in won't fit. I think buy seems to be the play. I think we'll see it come down. I feel a bit like a golf... Oh, I'm trying to stay a little quiet.
So there's no watch room yet. They're actually playing at the same time as the final round of the main event. Then we'll, I believe, have a lunch break, and then they will go to the final room.
They will.
But I believe, I think we will be out here.
And they'll be across the street.
They'll be across the
in
street.
the basement of the hotel. So we won't know at all what's going on over there.
So I'll probably have some people texting us from there, telling us what people are thinking.
So definitely having some Val trouble a little bit early on, Carl, but he's picking racks that he can score with.
Yeah. Just got to keep scoring. Alec had briefly put ankleted, which, I could see it being a word. It's not a word. I think they both know it's not a word. But the best play here...
Muy caliente.
Yeah, the best play here is a pretty tricky one. It's pretty easy to just go ahead and play a kale or something, but there is a better play.
It requires knowing the new twos. I'll give you a hint.
Yeah. I think, pretty clearly the best play.
It still, to me, is not something that comes easily into my head. I got EW pretty quickly, but not this one as quickly.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen it? It's very pretty. It's a multiple underlap.
It is not self-descriptive of either of these players.
Yeah.
I believe.
How about you, though?
No, I'm actually weirdly not really a big drinker. I just don't like hangovers.
Very good, Crab Cat.
Past that point in my life.
All right, so he's missed that and opened.
Yeah, it might turn into another...
He might play Wang.
Yeah, seems like it might. I think all the things with the K are Collins only.
Wang is very strong play.
Wang.
And it will not. You can't extend the two E's to it, so it won't go on the boards.
You can't extend.
Okay, stop it. That's for later in the day when we're exhausted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting to see what Alec is.
He's got Twink though.
Here.
Twink and Think. If he doesn't want to, but now that EW is good, playing the W there is not as
That's true.
safe as it used to be.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that EW is such a gift.
Yeah, I guess it also has a WIGHT. That's an owl.
Yep.
That seems like actually the
WIGHT. Yeah, underneath Kale is a very strong play as well.
Seems like the safest one.
Wang scores 40, White scores 39, but Wang saves LIT, which I think is more synchronous. What's the word? Synchronistic? synergetic
Synergistic.
with
Syzygal.
then white. White saves an LN, which is not great. Duetting for Alec if there was an open U.
Yeah.
That ING's a killer. Synergistic, that's right.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see white. Just, I mean, yeah, the leave's not quite as good, but
Yeah, it's certainly
so much
it's
safer.
it's so much safer. Yeah, I don't know. Gitted, he's looking at as well in the same spot. We're looking at Alec.
Yeah.
It's not going to be available to him. No.
It seems unlikely. I'm sure he has a pretty good idea that that's the most likely spot.
In which case, he might have to burn 2 of his vowels and keep 3 consonants. We're going to see what he's going to look at. Or he could just do get underneath that spot.
It certainly would be inviting the volatility.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where S is coming so handy to close off boards.
Yeah, so here comes white coming down. And
He has gnawed as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a pretty safe play in terms of opening the triple. Don't like the leave at all.
It's 30 points. Don't like the leave, but it's...
He's going to be scoring in the mid-20s otherwise, I think.
Yeah, it scores the most. Carl's picked up yet more consonants, so we're going to have a lot of vowels at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know what else is going to score as much as Gnawed will. 6 and 8.
Oh, I mean, any of those plays in the bottom left score.
Yeah, Ted saves TING, which is always extremely...
This is not a good board for ING, though.
I agree. I agree. Well, off the S or through the D, that's about it.
Yeah. Ted is a bit more... does give Carl more opportunities to answer back. I mean, we know that he can't do much with it, so if he does play Ted, that'll...
But playing off that D will now get rid of the D to hook onto odd, AWE.
Yeah.
And lit takes the U and the E. But don't play the A, it's only with the S.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do something like TIED under Theorbo to the left,
Yeah.
as I said, he'll have to save 3 consonants. But he doesn't know that Carl has 6 consonants. There's a lot of vowels in the bag, so he might pick up another I for the NG. That
Yeah.
scores a nice... takes an S hook for the later. So lots of possibilities. I don't know that one is better than the other. He's about to play, but if we could do a quick sim, maybe we can get a bit of an idea what's a good idea to play. Ted goes to the top of the heap very quickly.
Yeah.
Because the TING rack is just so tempting. And that's... okay, that's fine. That's what he's playing.
So we'll see what he picks up to go with that.
Hey, we're up to 140 viewers. That's the most we've had. So Trank goes down super quick. Not much to think about there.
But it looks like Alec has picked up a bingo, and that Trank does not
You're kidding.
block. He did, in fact, hit the ING.
Yep.
See if Carl gets any vowels this game, this turn. Well, this game too.
My heart is indicting and indigent.
Wow, look at what Carl drew with some vowels. Finally.
Wameful, and is there anywhere to put it? Oh.
Nope, and there's not going to be.
What a... That's so bad. So he's decided to go for the more volatile indigent in that it takes an S, whereas indicting does not. The G hits the triple letter, however, which is probably his reason for it, and he's about to pick up 7 tiles from a pool that includes 3 S's.
Yeah. And a lot of vowels.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if you pick up 6 consonants. It's just that sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Sometimes Scrabble doesn't seem like it's a math game, but it is. We have to remember that. Even when there's, 12 vowels and 7 consonants and we draw 6 of them.
We'll see what happens. Pain in the butt when you have a rack with a WUMF and you can bingo. There's nowhere to put it. Even in Collins, you would not be able to put... Oh, here's got overdone. Overnude.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Undrove.
Undrove, that's Collins, right? I think that's Collins.
Unproved and overfund are the only ones. So what are you going to do with that Wamefu rack? Wamefu rack.
That's the name again in Collins. Yeah, I'm very bad at...
Wamefu takes an S. Did not know that.
To me, is it a stomach or...
Let's find out.
A belly full. It's the same as Wamefu, you know.
Is that what you looked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
This would be a good time for Carl to play Weifu. One of the words that got taken
a long time
many,
ago.
many,
Wow,
many
you're
years
aging
ago.
yourself. Yeah. That was back in the day when I started. That's for sure. We had Weifu.
If Alec thought his opponent was very inebriated, he could play over dunk to in column 1, hoping that Carl would see it as over drunk.
I'm looking to see if there's anything that K there is not. I think Carl's going to be thinking for a few minutes here. It's not super obvious what the best play is. He does have warm at 5B. However, it does take an S hook. I think that would be a little too dangerous.
Yeah, I haven't done the math, but I have to imagine it's at least 30% that Alec drew an S.
He can play Weifu at 3J, opening a triple-triple. I wouldn't have any trouble with that actually right now, would you? I might play Weifu. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I also like that it keeps the M so that you could maybe
LM,
use both spots. I think there's really something to be said for it. He's just drawn 7 tiles.
I love Weifu now. I'm starting to love it. And so is the Sim. It's going back and forth between Warm and Weifu.
Yeah, and they're both, I think they're both good plays. The M, I think, is a pretty solid tile here.
There's also 5K Fuel, setting up an S hook.
Oh yeah, competing with Weifu would just be Warm through the R and Trank.
I'm looking. Keep them coming, Rich. Rich is our Quackle master, and he's starting to get into the rhythm and starting to give us sims for every word, which I think during a final is a fine choice.
He's also known for being kind of the MC of the event.
Kinda?
Yeah.
Not entirely?
Has been known to make a few puns.
Oh, God.
We've never really thought of bringing him onto the stream to make some puns, have we?
Yeah, there might be a reason.
Things to consider.
He made one about us today, but honestly I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Maybe I didn't hear it totally.
He said common potatoes instead
of commentators?
Yeah.
I don't even know what a common potato.
Sounds good to me. I like the common humble potato.
Oh, he's decided to go with wall. Okay. Which does it give Alec something over it with VOE? He can play VOE and van out and wall.
Jack in the stream asks if a vendor is a Canadian salesman.
That is so. Who is
Jack Overby? Is a
Jack?
player
Oh, it's
from-
Jack Overby. Hi.
Yeah.
I thought it might be an anagram. I don't have a problem with Vo, to be real honest with you. There's so many vowels left, and it makes a much less volatile S hook.
Yeah, I have to imagine that's got to be the best play.
We don't have any. We have sync. We only have one 4-letter word, I think, that ends in Q in TWL. That would be CINQ. And I believe that is still available to be played. So, and Carl has the case C. Also to keep in mind is the D hook underneath aw. Oh, I'm looking at a very old version of what's going on here. Let me try to catch you up also what's doing with CSW, which I have not even looked at. Honest to God, if either of those guys won, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Okay, so Austin opened the tournament with the finals with Unnoble. It must take an R because he did not put the B.
I'm imagining so.
Yeah, Unnobler must be good. And Jesse is not having some nice tiles. So let's see what's going on here. Austin then picked up a blank. Jesse passed AAGOOUV after Oh, Jesse started with a noble, and then Austin got tighter using a blank. And where we are right now is that Austin is up 190 to Jesse's 164. He got down Epigone, and Jesse got down Nature. So we're seeing some beautiful tile picking. And now Jesse is down 26 points, but he's got EGISSWZ on his rack.
Coming back here, it looks like Alec opted for Druk. Kind of scored the most points, kept an E, opens a new lane, kind of leaving Wall alone for the moment. Be up to Carl to decide what he's going to do here. Seems
Did you like Druk or Vo? What did you like?
Vo, for sure.
Yeah, I liked it too.
But I like a bit more defense. I like, a lot of times someone's going to play Vo and something coming down for like 30-ish and whatever. And DUNR is pretty solid looking at this pool. Lots of A's, E's, and I's.
Look, he played Jefe.
Yeah.
Jefe.
We pronounced it right. Yeah, so, he was blocked Jefe, and Carl could have played Jefe Mac, which would have talked about the two top players in Vermont, being Jeffrey Nelson and.
Okay,
Mike
I wish we
Miller.
could see. Hopefully, you can see Carl's rack a little better. It looks like he's got a custom, something like the ACMOSTU. It looks like.
ACMOSUY.
Oh, that's an I?
A Y.
Y. Okay, thank you. Oh, of course. Otherwise, he'd put the T
Yeah.
before that. All right, so we're not getting the kind of bingo or bonus fight that they're getting over at CSW,
Yeah. Although.
which makes for a more interesting game, frankly.
Yeah.
Jesse then played whizzes through the E and Epigone to go up 214 to 190. And Austin has AEFHITY. But he's got the top triple row to play to EW2, so we'll see what he comes up with. But we'll put our attention mostly here.
Yeah. So Alec appears to have pick up the other.
Does he have a place for that? Yeah, underneath the A, T, and white.
Yeah.
And what else does he have? Intifada. Not playable. Fantasia. All sorts of 7s. 8s. He has Infanta as well underneath the T. Antifaz, Antifat. He could do both. Antifat. And Affiant. If he wants to put the second F as a blank over the triples. But it does take an S. He does not have anything. Oh, he can play Infanta to the D in Druk, so he is going to bingo next turn, as long as he's seen them both. And there's nothing off the S.
Reach out if any of you have any good ideas for what Carl should do here. Yeah, interesting to see. Yeah, does Alec have a tell? The fact that all of a sudden his hands are glued to his tile rack.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a tell or not. I've honestly only played him once, so I don't know. But now I'm going to be looking to see if he does that throughout the rest of the finals. I've noticed throughout my Scrabble career that the younger you are, the easier it is to get a tell off. In general, some people just have tells. You can tell when they have bad racks, but
the younger ones absolutely have tells. Oh my goodness! And they also have a tendency. Some of them, they're younger. They have more energy. They figure things out. They think faster, and so often they'll once they figure out what they're going to play, they start looking around and they fidget. And while it's your turn,
I still
you still do that?
Yeah.
It took me a long time to just kind of tune it out. You want to play quickly? Go ahead, play quickly.
Yeah.
So we're doing a sim, and right now Mura at 5B is the highest by 3 percentage points over Mucro in the same spot. I like Mucro a little better.
I'm guessing Quackle sees something about what's going to happen on the next couple of turns with Mura if it's simming 3 equity points ahead. That seems hard to believe, so
To answer your question, Zev, no. We have tried to move it, and then he moves it back because that's what's comfortable for him. I think you can see that they've got a big camera right in front of them, and he also tends to lean forward. So we're going to try to adjust instead the cameras in between rounds, but we can't do it for now. So we'll do our best to give you his racks every single time. As you can see, I'm having trouble too seeing, but the good news is he sets up his tiles in alphabetical order. At least he did originally. Now he's just playing around with what to do. So we will be able to give you the tiles.
Yeah. And yeah, it seems like the reason, and this is probably a true fact, is that after playing Mura, he's going to get a play with MY on future turns for more points than he would otherwise. I mean, Mura still sets up, Mura sets up OY as OY next turn is like almost a guarantee as well. So I think Mukro just doesn't save as much for next turn. It kind of relies a bit on the shorter term as opposed to playing a bit towards the longer term.
There seems to be a pretty even distribution of consonants and vowels left in the pool according to Carl, about 15, 16, something like that, and a blank.
Which of course makes it vowel heavy because...
Of course. So, but 5 I's unseen, and to him 4 A's unseen. So playing Mukro gets rid of more consonants, and that could be a real problem, especially if you save the Y. You really don't want a mitt full of A's and I's with a Y. That could be absolutely devastating, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, Carl's considering all sorts of stuff here. Yucca.
Where would he play that?
I think making Da 14.
And save the M hook, or the A hook.
Yeah. I don't know. YOU. That must play somewhere.
Oh, he's going to play the A if he plays Yucca. Ugh. Nothing obvious to play here. Mura is still at the top of the pack.
Yeah, and I mean, that's definitely Quackle inferring one further play out. I mean, if you think about it, like, more often than not, you play OY and MY next turn, and you just kept CS into a pool. That's pretty good for CS, so you can actually see the appeal of it. It's hard to sacrifice those points now, but AYS is not great.
It's definitely to his advantage to have played there, because that would force Alec to play under the T in white and make the board more volatile for Carl's comeback under the bingo.
So Carl's actually playing YA here. I have to wonder if he has some sort of read on Alec, that Alec has good tiles, because that he now needs to open the board more, because that seems like a crazy play unless you have information that we don't have, which, as you know, we've been talking about that, it's possible.
There are 22 tiles left. Oh, he didn't see the bingo ending in an A.
It's going to be interesting now. Alex had plenty of time to look for...
Infanta.
Yeah, but it appears that he's going to play... I'm assuming... Let's see. Right down... I'm not sure what he circled.
It's good. It's either anti-Faz or anti... T is safer. Are there H's left?
No, H's are gone.
Okay.
But still, I mean...
We'll try to find out what that blank is.
Yeah.
At the very least, he has Ku coming back. Oh, he played Tam, so Mu. The rack is CIMOOSU.
Now I think, Carl's feeling a bit more vindicated about his last play, because he's now got, plenty of the board that he can still work
Alec
with.
has 332 points to 251 for Carl.
Obviously, at this point, Carl will need to bingo to come back and win.
Oh, it's nice to get the first one under the belt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in a best of 3.
Yeah.
Goes without saying.
Definitely. Seems like Moi maybe might come down, or Mukro still hanging around, but I don't think you want to block that lane. That lane is Carl's best friend right now, to be honest.
And he's just picked the X. Over at CSW, it's very tight. Austin Shin 285, Jesse Day 304, but it is Jesse Day's turn, and he has EIINRRS. So he played Mu very quickly.
I have to wonder if that's a slight mistake.
What would you have liked?
Well, Moi, I mean, there's fewer O's.
Yes, for sure. 4 I's left.
Yeah,
but look, he didn't.
Seems.
Looks like he has CEINOSU. That's what it looks like from here. Wow, that worked out well. If he had saved the O, he would have had more. So we still don't know whether it's an S or T, but it doesn't matter. They both hook an O. Carl's wondering, what do I have to do to pick up one of those?
Yeah, it's been pretty much all downhill since that first rack for him. Kind of not very good tiles.
Well, having to wait a few turns to bingo and getting 50-something points. I mean, so, not a lot of opportunities for bingos on this, but we have the ISM possibility for Oxum.
Yeah, I mean, now Carl needs to worry about his bingo scoring enough just to catch up. Like, Carl kind of needs to go for an out bingo at this point.
I'm thinking that dumping the U might be something that Quackle would like a lot. Maybe playing UN next to Trank. The CEINOS is very powerful.
But he probably loses, I would imagine,
and he loses a whole.
after that.
Yeah.
He needs.
He's too far behind to do something like that. He's 100 points behind. Yeah, is not an easy word to hook either.
Yeah. And I don't think Quackle's gonna really give us much help here, because likely the best play is something that keeps a worse leave going for a big bingo, and that's not going to show up in Quackle's static evaluation.
To answer your question, Roger Z, there have not been any phonies played. I don't think we've seen a phony the entire 2 days.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Oh, Pectizes.
Oh, you're right. It did go down.
Yeah. Kenji played a Collins-only bingo against Will, who insta-challenged it off.
So unseen are 8 tiles. They are D, E, E, I, I, R, R, and an S, I believe. Yeah.
If they run out of time,
there's good tiles left.
Yeah.
Like there's really, it's unfortunate that he can't score 30 or 40 this turn, keep a nice rack, and there's nice stuff in the bag. Like really, Retina. Retina's is in the bag.
I mean, that was the risk with a play like Wall or something. It becomes so dependent on having an S. That kind of just didn't work out well for him. Yeah,
he's looking to do an IC ending bingo.
And I mean, I think he's pretty much drawing dead at that point. I don't see how he needs to score points here.
And he's going very quickly.
Yeah, and Alex plays, pretty straightforward.
Yeah. Gets rid of 2 A's, gets rid of the V, and blocks that lane.
Yeah.
But there are places to play. Now, what did Carl get? EEINORS.
Yeah, which is not...
So close, but not close enough. We are down to 3 unseen tiles, and I'll tell you what they are in a second. They are 2 E's and an I believe. Oh, no, 1 E and an I and an S, I believe. Wow. Look at the beautiful tiles left. But as my cohort here absolutely is correct, it's too little too late. Not enough points to catch up. Possibly important if there is a possibility of a tie later on. So he will be going to maximize as many points as he can get. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you ever play for a spread here. I mean, you just go all out.
Yep. So probably you might want to get rid of 1 E. He doesn't know that 2 of the 3 tiles in the bag are vowels, so I don't think he's in very good shape.
There you go. Turn the N sideways, turn it into a Z, and play Searism.
There you go.
Score it as a Z, and then Carl's winning.
Carl's in time trouble too. What is he down to?
46 seconds.
Oh, yes, I would call that time trouble.
Yeah, so...
so he is playing the E off and...
Yeah, I mean... It's pretty academic at this point.
It is, but we're just trying to see how he's going to save face in terms of... Did he pick another eye? I believe he did.
Well, he didn't have... You're right, he picked up a second eye.
Yep.
Then,
so he's got Noisier and Iron Eyes and Iron Ease.
The only one that plays is the Colin. It's Iron Eyes. Right? Why I asked?
Sorosine Rescission for the C.
Yeah.
He would have not been able to. Oh, he would have been able to play Iron Eyes to the D if the Vara wasn't there.
The Siren Eyes is Collins, right? I mean, Collins
Yeah.
only.
Revision does not. I mean, it fits to the right of Druk, but not with valid words.
Yeah.
And
Probably would have played OE in Carl's position there, I think. Still leaves one in the bag.
where would you have played it?
Oh, where he played T.
Oh, yeah,
it's-
for more points, yeah.
You need the points.
19 points, yeah.
Because, I mean, even something like this, Alec
Yeah.
could even play a phony now, and Carl could bingo out it.
Yeah, with 3 in the bag, I would have played 2 as well.
Yeah, you need to keep yourself in scoring distance, in striking distance, just in case something crazy happens, because
Yeah.
crazier things have happened.
Alex you really can't block the YA without doing something that opens the board even worse. So you just got to leave that alone. Or if you can play a 7-letter word, 7-letter or 6 letters up to the left of the S. I mean to the right of the S, and like Spirant or something. No, let's take an S. Or a 6-letter word off the S. Maybe that would block a lot of stuff if he's worried. Like sprain or something. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah.
That would do it.
I mean, from Alex, Alex should be able to figure out from here if Carl even has any possible bingos.
Yeah, Pandit's fine too. You can play large off of, so he's playing ironic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
He's he's given up. Yeah.
So Alec actually.
Oh, he's over time, I'm sure by now too. Or no, or is he down to 30-something seconds?
30 seconds.
Okay.
So Alec fished off a P and actually has drawn an out bingo, even though Carl
Strained. Okay.
Carl is ESS.
Aw.
And
Wow.
Alec will bingo out. I mean, yeah, fortunately for Carl, spread not a huge deal here, so it doesn't really matter if he loses by a lot. And Alec has found and is going to put down Strained to win.
Yeah, he did better picking an E
Yeah,
than an S in
yeah.
the bag.
Yeah, game 1.
All right.
So I mean, all in all, I think they both played pretty well. Alec had a couple. I mean, he had one fairly sizable mistake, of course, and one other. I mean, Kale was a mistake. Anti-Fat, obviously, a pretty big mistake. But other than that, I think played
Very well played. Very well played.
pretty solidly. And it looks like Carl's graced us with his presence over here. So
Come
I guess,
on
I
over,
guess
sir.
we will bring him in. I'm not sure if Alec is dying to do another interview, given that he was experiencing more anxiety about that than actually playing Scrabble. So maybe that's a sign that we're gonna.
Well, if he had lost for sure, 100% he wouldn't come in. But
Yeah. So we're gonna bring Carl in over here. So what'd you think?
I thought that was another disaster. I don't really know. I felt like every decision was difficult, and I couldn't really decide what to do on a lot of my moves. I think white was correct.
We agree.
Yeah. Clegg, probably, maybe keeping the C? That way I'll score more.
No, you had all
No.
those consonants.
Clegg's-
No, you
Yeah.
would have saved 4 consonants.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
the right play. We
Yeah.
liked it.
Did you consider re-drills through the L?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't see re-drills, yeah.
It's risky, obviously.
Yeah.
It sets up the
I probably wouldn't do that. In fact,
Okay.
I would. I mean, it scores negligibly more, but gives back a lot. Had I seen it, I probably wouldn't have played it, but I didn't look for it because I could already see that
Yeah.
something there is clearly suboptimal.
Yeah. I mean, from our end, I mean, no major mistakes
Okay.
at all.
Wow, that's surprising.
Well, Wall, I think, was
Wall.
something.
Yeah, I
That
saw
was
so
a
many
question,
plays.
yeah.
Yeah.
Walk us through that.
Yeah, I had so many different plays. I had
Wayful, the Wayful.
Wayful
I
up
like
there.
that a lot, the Wayful.
Yeah, well, I mean, that he has to have an S to score on O, whereas Wayful, it's pretty easy to hit anything with Wayful.
But it empties your bag and saves the M for under H, the H
Yes,
of the Orbo.
right, definitely keeping the M. I mean, Wall does that as well. I also looked at things like Warm and Farm. I mean, I didn't like keeping WU. I liked the EFLU as a lead, but I didn't like the Warm.
We didn't
also
like
took
Warm
the S.
for the
yeah.
S hook, yeah.
Yeah, so I ruled that out. Yeah, it was between Wall and Wayful, and I thought that he was more likely to be miserable after Wall than after Wayful. Like, he'll always have a play. But you guys think Wayful is better?
I personally liked it, but
Mhm.
that's just me.
Yeah, I think it's close. I think it depends what you want to accomplish. Wall is just a race for an S.
Yeah, right.
If you're
And
losing,
he got me by one
Yeah.
thing there. Yeah.
He actually had an opportunity to play Vo over the wall,
Uh-huh.
making hitting it with an S far less
Yeah.
worrisome.
Right. That
And-
was I saw that you could parallel a wall, which I didn't particularly care for that. Yeah.
It's hard to know.
Right,
He
and-
missed a few things. He had Alki under Thiorbo.
Oh, I
Very
see.
difficult to find before all that stuff was there, before Indigent was there.
Alki.
Ha, E-L-O-K-I-E.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That was the play.
That's tough to spot for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, now how about YA? Like I tanked on that play.
So yeah, so
We don't
we're-
tell us
yeah,
your thinking.
Yeah, we have questions.
It was just throw up my hands and hope. I don't know. I like what should I have done there? That feels like a clear mistake.
Well, so what we wondered for
Mhm.
starters was maybe you had a tell on Alec.
No.
The chat thought they may have seen something. He all of a sudden was like quite.
No, I mean,
He had to put his
See,
hands
I'll
on
tell you, the sim
Yeah.
thought Mura, followed by
Mura?
Mura,
Mura.
where Vara is,
Oh,
followed
okay.
by Mukro was.
Okay, setting up the Y with Mira.
Yes.
Setting up the
Ooh,
Y, so-
that's cool.
So it's usually worst case you get OY for 28, and then
Yeah.
you kept SC with a great
Mhm.
pull for SC.
Right. It wasn't just that I was worried that he had the blank. I thought the Drauk might be setting up the X, and I couldn't really do anything about that in that case. I could do like YUCA, but then he's got plays on, column A for the triple, and that's bad as well. So yeah, it was a very frustrating game. Perhaps even more so than the one against Will on round 29, just because at least the tiles there were so bad that there was usually one clear correct play, whereas this felt very uncertain.
Yeah.
And it was overall a very unpleasant game as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you notice Infanta when he played anti-fat, anything like that come into play for you? Just
He
like,
played.
what the
It's an
heck?
S. He made it a blank
sorry.
S.
Oh,
yeah.
anti-pause. Oh, yeah. We wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Once Oxen came down.
I didn't at that point really care. I figured I was way behind. I was low on time, so I wasn't.
Yes, we saw.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for. Yeah, and I'm sorry, for all those folks who are watching and just kind of waiting and I try to not to play slow, but I was just struggling with each of these racks.
I think
I'm going to
we-
slap you if you're going to put the audience's feelings.
No, I mean I want to give people a good show.
Give us, well,
Mhm.
that's our job to
Yeah.
keep them entertained
Okay.
while you're thinking. And I
So you
think
can tell them jokes and so on.
well,
Yeah.
or
How about them Dodgers?
So, it's a stupid question. Strategy for next game. Do you play a bit more?
Well, I mean, I have to
Did you
win
just
two
play your
games. I'm
game?
gonna, you have to win. So hope
Yeah.
that stuff like this doesn't happen.
But does that mean that you get all kind of wild and crazy and keep the board really volatile? Or do
Why?
you,
No, I don't see that. That would be basically just make the best play each turn.
Perfect.
Now, if for instance, I had to win. If spread was important somehow or something like that, depending on where others were in the standings, maybe something like that is right. But in this case, it's just him and I playing, and so really, it's just make the best play and hope for the best.
and it's one other question. When you play TE, we were thinking maybe OE was
yeah,
better.
Yeah.
probably so. I don't know. I kept seeing. I don't know. I was
Keeping
a lot-
one in the bag.
Yeah, keeping
and-
one in the bag instead of two. I agree. Yeah,
All
I
right,
think that
all
probably
right.
is right.
Okay.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it
You
was.
were
it
low
was,
on
it,
time.
It was over at that point. Wow.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we wish you the best. Go have some lunch because
Thank
it's
you.
a shorter
Yes,
lunch.
it is.
Okay.
It's only an hour. So.
Yeah.
And you're
yeah.
probably entitled to go up to the platform and get a box lunch. I don't think anyone.
Oh,
would-
there's a box
I
lunch
don't
over
think
there?
anyone
Yeah.
would turn you down.
And the stream is just dying to hear about our box lunches now. So.
All
Box
right.
lunch.
What's in the
I want a
box
box
lunch?
lunch.
Do we know?
I have a story
I-
from Puerto Rico
oh,
about box lunch.
Well, I bet it's a sandwich maybe.
A
I haven't been
sandwich.
to Puerto Rico in at least a
Okay.
week.
It would have
Oh.
banana leaves. On.
I think I'm actually going to go walk. I don't know. I find like that helps clear my head.
Don't
When
blame-
things
don't
aren't
blame
going
you.
so well. So,
Okay. We're
yeah.
not sure
Thanks
when-
for the offer, though. I really
Yeah, oh,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
We're not sure when you're supposed
Mhm.
to be back, so
Yeah, I know.
Check
it's
that
an
out.
hour.
Don't
It's an
check
hour.
it
It's
out.
like
It's an hour?
It's like
Okay.
1:30 or so. So.
okay.
Right, so-
I'm a warm body. You go for a walk. Enjoy.
Got
There's junk in the
And
box.
good luck.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Good luck on the
Carl.
next
Good
one.
luck.